In the heart of Africa, a nation is gripped by a relentless storm of chaos and suffering. Imagine a place where survival is a daily struggle, where the echoes of conflict drown out the cries for peace. One thing you need to know or to understand, this is not just a story. It is a chilling reality that demands our attention as Africans. As you are about to discover, the Sudanese civil war is not confined to the borders of a nation. It is a vortex of transnational conflict threatening to set an entire region ablaze. Today, we delve into the heart of darkness, uncovering the untold stories, the geopolitical complexities, and the urgent call for action in the face of a nation on the brink. And if you are here for the first time, kindly consider subscribing. And my name is Peter Tosh William, and this is Lifelens TV. Welcome back, guys. To understand the intricacies of the Sudanese civil war, we need to familiarize ourselves with the key players shaping this harrowing narrative. At the forefront, we have the Sudanese Armed Forces, SAF, commanded by General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, a central figure in this conflict. Al-Burhan's decision have profound implications for the nation of Sudan. Opposing him, we have General Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, widely known as Hemeti, leading the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, RSF. The RSF, Rapid Support Forces, born out of the infamous Janjaweed militia, has played a pivotal role in the unfolding drama. The Sudanese civil war erupted in 2023, shattering the initial hopes for democratic transition following the non-violent uprising that ousted the long-standing military Islamist regime of President Omar al-Bashir in the year 2019. Back then, the streets echoed with the chant of hopes as Sudanese citizens yearned for a new era of democracy and stability. Little did they know that the journey towards democracy will face challenges, plunging the nation into vortex of conflict that continue to claim lives and destabilize the region. As we journey through this unfolding tragedy, we will unravel the trends of history, power, and despair that entangle Sudan. Stay with me as I delve deeper into a crisis that transcends borders. Now, let us embark on a chronological journey through the Sudanese civil war, where every page of this grim chapter unfolds with sorrow and resilience. April 15, 2023, the day the storm erupted, the capital Khartoum and regions like Darfur became battlegrounds. A direct confrontation between the Sudan Armed Forces and the Rapid Support Forces sent shockwaves through the nation. In the shadow of this brutal power struggle, civilians became the unintended victims. The Rapid Support Forces stand accused of unspeakable atrocities. They are accused of killings, rape, and pillage, while the Sudan Armed Forces aircraft rain down destruction on civilian targets and critical infrastructure. Fast forward to January 2024, and the toll on Sudan is devastating. The total population of Sudan is 45 million people, and according to the United Nations, out of 45 million people, 5.9 are internally displaced, 1.4 million have fled as refugees, and a staggering of 25 million are in desperate need of humanitarian assistance. Now, my fellow Africans, let us zoom out and witness the far-reaching consequences of the Sudanese civil war, a crisis that refuses to be contained within the national borders. Guys, one thing you need to know or to understand is that the consequences of the Sudanese civil war extend beyond Sudanese borders. From the Red Sea to the West African Sahel, from the Mediterranean to the Central Africa, the ripples of this conflict extend far beyond Sudanese borders. Neighboring countries bear witness to the flow of refugees, the movement of armed groups, and the disruption of trade routes. And here enter the arena of global power plays, surpassing long-established actors like Egypt and Saudi Arabia. The United Arab Emirates emerges as a formidable player. It backs rapid support forces, providing arms and financial support, not only influencing Sudan, but also neighboring countries or neighboring nations, especially East African nations. But the United Arab Emirates is not alone in this geopolitical theater. Russia's Wagner Group, a shadowy military and commercial entity, forms a strategic alliance with rapid support forces, further complicating the dynamics. Their interests intertwined with Sudan's resources, particularly the lucrative gold industry. The wider the Red Sea becomes a stage for geostrategic contest, where the embers are already smoldering for a potentially wider war, one that could drag in all world's major powers. Ethiopia's aggressive pursuit of access to the sea reconfigures East African alliance. Ethiopia aligns with the rapid support forces, while on the other hand, Eritrea stands in support of the Sudan armed forces. Talks between Cairo and Addis Ababa over the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam breakdown, heightening fear of a proxy conflict. Considering what we have tackled and what we've seen from the beginning of this video up to where we are, it is clear, guys, that Sudan's civil war is not just a national tragedy, but a vortex of global rivalries threatening the stability of an entire region. Amidst the geopolitical chessboard and fractured negotiations lies a crisis of unparalleled proportions, the humanitarian catastrophe unfolding in Sudan. As we speak, the numbers are staggering. Out of Sudan's 45 million people, 5.9 million are internally displaced, 1.4 million people have fled as refugees from Sudan, and a haunting 25 million are in desperate need of humanitarian assistance. Guys, these are not just statistics. Behind each number lies a human story, a story of displacement, a story of seeking refuge, and a story of hunger that knows at the very core of existence. This is not just crisis, it is a call to action. As you watch these images, feel the weight of responsibility and let empathy guide you. The world watches as millions suffer, yet the question persists. What role have major powers and organizations played in addressing this urgent humanitarian crisis? Efforts from the international community have been a patchwork of response, often falling short of the scale required to alleviate the suffering. The United States and the Saudi talks in Jeddah, an Egyptian initiative, and repeated effort by Northeast African leaders have stumbled. The absence of comprehensive approach leaves a void in addressing the root causes of the conflict. Now, let us question the role of major powers. Question number 1. Have they done enough? Number 2. Could more assertive action have mitigated the suffering? Kindly tap your response at the comment section. As we conclude our journey through the story of Sudan, I have been your host, Peter William, and allow me to take this great opportunity to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of you, my viewers, for joining me in this journey. To my brothers and sisters in Islam, I bid you farewell with the words of peace. Assalamu alaikum. May the peace and the blessings of Allah be upon you. In times of challenge, let faith be your guide, and may your heart find tranquility in His mercy. May your journey be blessed, and may we meet again in the spirit of unity and understanding, inshallah. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum. Once again, I've been your host, Tatosh Williams. This is Lifeless TV, and tomorrow is a new day. God be with you.